Guess what's going on? Wayne20 here. Welcome back to Ark Survival Ascended Mod Showcase. We're back here with another showcase. As you see, I'm back in creative mode. I do have one thing in my inventory which we'll talk about, but firstly, let's take a step back and show you what this mod is. So I set this up just before recording, and honestly, I built this platform just, thinking, let's see what I can fit here, and it's just about big enough. This this platform is just about big enough. It's ridiculous. But shall we just get into it? I think we should just get into it. This mod is called the Automated Ark. I don't remember who it's by. Again, I'll put the name up on screen in 3, 2, 1. There it is. That's who it's by. Um, it's a really good mod. Really good. It's very useful. Incredibly useful. And I'm going to walk you through how to use it and all the different workstations here. There's a lot. Let's start with the thing that I've got in my inventory, which is this thing. This is like a remote helper, which helps you sort of do things, I guess. It has multiple settings. The first setting is pick up structures, so you click on a structure with it, and it picks it up. As you can see, it's in my inventory now. So we do that. Its second is destruction mode, which I believe is just to destroy. Yep. Its third mode is rename. We rename like a dinosaur or whatever. Console sort mode, which I genuinely don't know what that is, as well as pick up items mode, which again, not 100% certain what that is. And dino murder mode, which is you kill a dinosaur, but only if you've already tamed it. That's what that is. That's what that is. That's what that's for. Now, let's walk you through the rest of these things. There's quite a lot here to get through, so I'm going to try to go through as fast as I can. The first one is the console sort. I sorted a lot of stuff. The first one is this, the console sort, where it picks things up. I didn't realise that it has stuff in it. So you can put stuff in there, and it'll manual sort them into wherever they need to be, or manual sort them out of wherever they shouldn't be. That's what this is. It's pretty super, it's pretty chimp to make. You make it here at this thing. It's in here, there it is. It's 5 metal. Control console. Super easy. Manual sort, you click manual sort to pull or push. Exclude structures, you can stop it from, you know, let's not pull out of a vacuum sort of thing. Confirm. Close menu. That's what that's for. This is the Jenny. Basically, it's just the same as a normal Jenny, but it has the range of a tech Jenny, and also you can balance all Jennies by going into it. Balance generators. And let's say you've got 6 generators and you have 300 fuel. It would give 50 gasoline to each generator. Balances it out. It's a pretty good one. It's alright. Turret Genie, which I've never used, but I know exactly what it is. Basically, it turns on and off turrets, as well as fills turrets within range if you've got bullets inside. That's about it. That's basically it. This thing is a vault, which is basically a storage box. However, there is something good about this, and I'll show you what it is. So we come over to here, and let's get this thatch here. And what we do is we put this thatch into there, right? And if we click on the manual sort in here, see that thatch isn't supposed to be in there. So it pulls the thatch out. Now if we was to take all of this stuff and put it all in there, right, and go into the show OCD menu here at the bottom, and click on the thatch, confirm, close menu, only the thatch is supposed to be in there, right? If we was to take the thatch out of there, and put the thatch into there, and manual sort, the thatch gets distributed back into the box that it belongs to. Let's see how simple that is. It's so fucking useful. I love that. This is the grinder, which is the other way around for some reason. But this is the grinder. It basically is just a normal grinder. It just gets pulled and pushed from the control console. This is the fridge. Again, it's similar to the other fridge. It just works with the pull and push here. It just works with the pull and push. That's basically it. Oh, and it can put stuff that you can't normally put in a fridge or can't normally refrigerate, like organic polymer. You can put in the fridge and keep it for longer. So it's super useful. This is the auto grill. Again, it's basically a grill, but it works with the pull and push. Similar to the forge here, except the forge is absolutely tiny for some reason. Forge is absolutely minuscule. The fridge is minuscule as well, but that's the same size as these boxes. But again, it's basically just a normal one, but it gets sorted, pulled and pushed. Now this is the workbench where you make all these items. You know, you've got the dino leash and the honey synthesizer, and in here you've got all the items that we've just seen. The refrigerator is there, the industrial forge is there, the turret genie, the control console. That's basically all that is. That's how you make all this stuff. Oh, look at that. That's very nice. Next we have the wood pile, which from what I know that it does is it balances the standing torches. Let me grab a couple of standing torches quickly. There they are. It balances these similar to how the forges balance those. By what you do is you put wood into the wood pile. So I believe you put wood into the wood pile, right? And it should be sorting it into these standing torches. 13 in there, 13 in there, 14 in there, and none in there. Yeah. God damn. I was really trying to click on that wood pile, it did not want to get clicked on. But the hitboxes for some reason are annoying. But yeah, so that's what the wood pile does, is it automatically balances out wood. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, if you're using wood on standing torches, we might be having a problem. You want to be using spark powder. Next is a storage box, another storage box. It's basically the same as the metal one, except it's cheaper to make. There are 3 different types: wood, marble, stone. Wood, marble, metal. They do the same thing, they just look different. Although there is something which I didn't show you before on the metal one, is you can name it. So let's call this one, I'm going to call this one Gary. Right? So you name it, and then you use custom name there, and now it says Gary. Got the Gary box. I've got the Gary box. Now, next is the mortar and pestle. This thing, the mortar and pestle. Now, what this thing does is it's basically, normal mortar and pestle. But there's a very cool part about it. So let's get myself a pickaxe, shall we? Let's get myself a pickaxe. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go get some stone and flint, because what you do is this thing has, if you see here, pull resources as well as set pull multiplier. So what we do is we're gonna put the stone and flint in there. We come over to here. And what you want to do, whether the stone and flint's in the console or if it's in the storage box, it doesn't really matter. You click on whatever you want. So we're going to click on the spark powder. And then you click on the pull resources. And it pulls exactly what you need to make that spark powder. However, you see this set multiplier here? If you turn this to 5, and then click on spark powder, it pulls the amount for 5 spark powder, instead of just the 1. Which is super useful. Instead of needing to go and get the spark powder, go and get the flint and the stone which is going to encumber you, you just pull it, which is super useful. And it works for all the crafting stations, even here. You can see it says pull resources down there. Any crafting station. Any crafting station. Next is a trough, refrigerated trough, and it looks like a tech trough, but it really is just a normal trough, kinda. It has the range of a tech trough. Oh no, they have the tech trough and the normal trough have the same range. This trough is fucking humongous. Look at the range of this. You couldn't build a base this big. You'd never have enough animals to fill this area. Look at it. It's super useful. Yeah, like I said, it's a normal trough, and it works on the refrigeration. So you use the Jenny to keep it running. You use the Jenny to keep it running, unpowered. However, if you don't have a Jenny, it still works as a normal trough. So even if you don't want to refrigerate the food, it's still a normal trough. So it's alright. The next is the marble vault, which is, like I said, the same as the metal and the wood one. You can name it, choose what goes in there, whatever. It just looks cooler. It just looks super cool. I love it. This is the compost bin. So what this does is, as you can see, it's got some compost in it. What it does is it picks up poo in the area, as well as thatch. So it picks up thatch from storage boxes or console sort, as well as poo from you, your dinosaur, or any other dinosaur that's around. You can see it just picked up mine there, and it just using thatch in the area in a storage box or not. It will slowly turn it into fertilizer, normal fertilizer. The best fertilizer. It's super useful. Why am I pooing so? The next is the engram pod here. So what this thing does is, when you take a mind wipe and you have to put all your stats back in and all your engrams back in, you can save your engrams. What you can do is you can save your engrams, like save your character, take a mind wipe, and then click on this again, and it restores all the engrams. You'll have to put your stats back in, but you can restore all the engrams that you had before. So, like I said, you take a mind wipe. You want to hold it, click on save engrams, take a mind wipe, and then hold it, restore engrams, and it restores all the engrams that you had. That's what that is. For the next thing, we're gonna need some meat. So I'm gonna kill the parasol here in a second. So, what this part is, there are ants around. What this part is called a spoiling bin. So what the spoiling bin does is it spoils meat. Well, it spoils anything you put into it. So we want to put our raw meat in there, and it will slowly spoil our meat for about 10 seconds. It'll take 10 seconds instead of minutes. Our meat will be spoiled, and it'll give us one spoiled meat. One spoiled meat, 10 seconds, obviously. All meat spoils at the same rate. Raw, cooked, prime, jerky, whatever. Except for one. So now that we've got ourselves some fish meat, we put the fish meat in. And you see how it's taken 10 seconds for one piece of raw meat. We put in the fish meat, as well as the prime fish meat. By the time it takes to do one raw meat, it takes around 13 fish meat to do one raw meat, which is ridiculous. And it also keeps your normal meat, your spoiled meat, lasting forever. Next is the dehydrator, which is basically the press bin, except not really. So what this does is you put your meat in there, you put your cooked prime meat, and it turns it into jerky. Cooked meat jerky, cooked meat, prime meat jerky, prime meat. That's what that is. That's what that is. It's just an easier way to get jerky. It gives you the recipes. This is a smithy, which is another crafting bench. So you can, you have the ability to pull resources and set pull multiplier. However, This also includes all the mods. Well, all the engrams. Also includes, I think what it does is it pulls any engrams you've got and puts it straight into the box here. Because do you remember last time I said that you needed the easy fabricator to make the easy pumps? All the easy pumps are here, so you don't even need that. And because you don't need that, what you can do is just click and pull resources, and it pulls resources. I don't have any resources, but that's what that can do. It has basically all of it. It has, some of my other mods here. It has my other mods here. It's got greenhouse there. It's got misc. It's got all of this stuff. It's super useful. Super useful. Next is the plant commander, and I'm going to be honest, I have no idea what this is. I've never used it. I think what it does is it has some sort of control over your XYZ plants. So adjust plant targeting, adjust plant range, show fill range, put to sleep, wake up. Oh no, I don't know because I've never used it and I've never really used the plants. So I do apologize. So that was going to be a useless explanation for it. Oh, I missed something. Something very small called the Dino Leash. This thing here. So what I think this thing does is if your tame dinosaurs are set to wander, they won't exit the range of this dino leash. I've never used it because I don't put my dinosaurs on wander. But I think that's what this does. But you can change the range of it. Change range to long, which is pretty big. But if we was to change it to minimum, they ain't moving. So I suppose that would be good for your oviraptor. I would say snails, but no, your oviraptor. So, yeah. Sorry guys, I did forget that was there. Next, we have the fertilizer manager. So what this does is it drags out the fertilizer from in here. As you see, this has got loads of thatch and poo in it, and this drags out the fertilizer. So if we pull fertilizer, and it pulls out all the fertilizer that was in here. No more fertilizer in there. And then you can use this to fill crops. So you click on the. I don't have any crop plots, but what you could have done is you could put fill crops down. And actually, let's get a quick crop plot. There we go. Put some crop plots down. So what we do is then we click fill crops, and it takes all that poo and it fills the crops as evenly as it can. Distributes them as evenly as it can. Though some of them obviously don't have them because there's 9 here and I only had 6. But yeah, that's what that does. If you've got like a million fertilizer and you click that, god damn. Next, we've got this thing, which is the industrial cooker. It's just basically the cooker, pull resources. That's about all I can say for that. It's the same as the others, except it's tiny as well. Next is the forge. Again, similar. It's just a forge, except it does have the balance forges option, which is similar to how the balance Jenny works. You've got 3 forges, 200 spark powder, balances it out. This is the air conditioner, the AC. Honestly, there's really not too much to say about it. It's similar to how the egg incubator works, where it just automatically incubates an egg. Like, regardless of if it's too hot or too cold, it will immediately start incubating with this thing around. Again, needs to be powered. This is the veggie crate, where you put vegetables in it. If you didn't have a fridge, that's what that is. This is the vacuum. So what the vacuum does is, let's say you throw something on the ground. Let's say I don't want this hide. This vacuum is going to pick it up. Thump. The vacuum picked it up. It's got the hide in there now. You can show the pull range on how far it's going to be pulling. There it is. Pretty far if you ask me. Not quite as far as the trough. Though I do want to know, because you can show the range on the control console. How big is the range on the control console? It's the outer one. Pretty big, but the trough is still humongous. I don't know, the vacuum's actually pretty useful for, let's say, aberration. Because in Aberration, you know, there's so many earthquakes and things popping out of the ground. That is pretty useful. This is a trash can. You throw stuff in it and it basically gets rid of it. Let's wait a few seconds. I can't be bothered to wait. But it's a trash can. You put stuff in it, things disappear. There you go, it's gone. Next is the synthesizer, honey synthesizer. And this is basically just the normal there's Peggy here. I hate them. I fucking hate them so much. It's basically just the beehive, except, you know, it can be pulled from and whatever. That's basically it. Next is the ice block. It's early game press bin, I guess, is the early game fridge. And let's take this stuff out. Oh god, there was a baby Peggy. How long does this last? 20 minutes. Put it in there. 34. Fuck me. Yeah, that's basically all that does. Egg crate is it picks up eggs in the surrounding area. Whether it's your dinosaur, untamed dinosaur, fertilized, you know, babies, eggs. What it does is it picks up all eggs in the area. That's it. Super useful if you could set it on picking up the eggs and then go and, I don't know, do something around your base and have your dinosaurs set to mating. So when you come back, what the fuck is going on over there? What on earth? Whoa! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. God damn! What the fuck? No, I don't think I've ever seen that many before. Yeah, you can put put your dinosaurs on mating. When you come back, you know, you'll have like 30 eggs in there, and they won't like hatch or die on the floor or whatever. Next is the garden station. Basically what you do is, if you have a certain amount of items of each of these things, you can put them in there and get a seed that you can plant in a crop plot that will only give you that that item. So, like here, if you've got 10 rare flowers, you can make a rare flower seed. Put it in a crop plot and get only rare flowers, similar to the rare mushrooms, redwood sapling, silk bush, fungal tree, all this stuff. This thing here, imprinting kibble, feed this to a baby dino right after claiming to instantly imprint the dino. So it takes 30 eggs, which is a good thing that you got the egg crate here. It takes 30 eggs to make, and when you got a baby dinosaur, you give it to it, it maxes out the imprint and maxes out its age. Fully grows up, fully imprinted. Next is the repair station. So what this does... Hang on, guys. So what we do... Whoa, why is this a thing? So what you do with this is... Oh, it picked things up to repair something. It repairs the base, any damaged sort of... Let's say there's a damaged structure around, it'll repair that structure. But also what you can do is you can put, let's say I put my pickaxe in there, and I click repair inventory, it'll pull things to repair that inventory. We don't have any factual wood, unfortunately. And then I'm going to click repair inventory on this. Why am I missing? Oh, I don't care. I don't care, it's fucking me off now. But basically it will repair your inventory. Why am I out of thatch? Is the thing. Why am I out of thatch? Is it because this fucking thing keeps taking my thatch? Probably because this fucking thing keeps taking my thatch. Right. Repair it, and it will repair the inventory. Of course, like I said, if you've got, you know, if you're wearing armor and your armor is almost broken or is broken, you can put it in there, click repair inventory, and it pulls the exact amount of items. This is the Fabby. It's the same as whatever, you know, it's just the same as the other stations except for the Fabby, pull resources. Chem bench, again, the same thing, you pull, that's it. This is the polymer transmuter. So what this thing does is you can put types of things in there to turn it into polymer. So this polymer here, normal polymer, you can put 10 organic polymer in there to get 10 normal polymer so that it doesn't decompose. Or you can put 10 corrupted nodules in there. I don't know what the fuck these are. And they're all interchangeable. Polymer, nodule, nodule, organic, organic, polymer. That's what that is. It's pretty useful. Except you could just use the fridge to keep your organic polymer from decomposing. But it's alright. This here is the anthill. So what this does is, let me get some bug repellent, because it requires bug repellent to use. So let me get some bug repellent here. And this basically creates titanium miradomes. This will slowly create titanium miradomes that will spawn out of it every couple of seconds or so. It will spawn titanium miradomes using that bug repellent. They'll come out and you'll have to fight them or kill them or whatever. It's basically an infinite farm of chitin. As you can see, they just came out and they used up the bug repellent. If I was to put all of this bug repellent in there, it's basically a nice farm for chitin if you're wanting more chitin. And there they go again. Only 2 parts left, guys. We're almost finished. This is the medical station, and it's super, super useful. It's like a deer dog, but without the food requirement. What you do is you put medical brew in, and the medical brew you make here at the cooker here. It's this one right here, medical brew. You put they in there, and you put a dinosaur or something, or like yourself that's very low on health, and it'll basically just heal you, similar to how a Neodon does. That's basically all that does. Super useful. Now there is one final thing, and it's the AA sort of configuration, which is this piece here. It gives you loads of bars and settings that you can mess around with. Console pull range, you can decide if you want it to be bigger or smaller, timer, max storage, how much do you want in the storage, how fast do you want things to be made, do you want it to be made super fast or super slow, you know, this sort of thing. You come down here, it's like honey requires flowers, false, anthill spawn rate, beehive honey speed, you know, do you want it, how many seconds do you want it between? Do you want it like 10,000 seconds between each honey, or do you want it 1? It's super useful here. Mini forge smelting, industrial forge smelting, speed multiplier. That's basically all this is a configuration of how much or how little of something do you want. Do you want loads of storage, less storage? Do you want more speed, less speed? That's basically all this thing is. It's super useful for that configuration. And this mod is just a super useful mod. God, I don't think I could play Ark without this mod anymore. It's so good. It's so useful. But there we have it, guys. There's another Ark Mod Showcase for you guys to go and play for yourself. Like I said, I don't remember who it was by. I'll put up the name right now. Ark is the automated Ark by that person. Like I said, it's super useful. But anyways, guys, I'm going to drop this one here. Remember, there's a TikTok down in the description below. Go check it out. And anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you liked it, you guys know what to do. Hey guys, Mike TCO here. Say goodbye. I love you guys for next time. Bye bye.